Now, a very good morning to you, good afternoon, or good evening to my viewers and listeners, depending on the place and the time that you are currently watching this video. And please welcome back to yet my another political episode for today. My humble request is that just in case you're new on this platform, or maybe you have been following me all along, you have been watching my videos, yet you haven't subscribed, to please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. You can also press the notification bell down below so that you may be able to automatically receive the notification from YouTube immediately I post a video on this platform. To my returning subscribers, to my loyal viewers and supporters, I really want to appreciate you for your continued support. Without your participation on this channel, then this platform cannot be where it is currently. That is why I really don't take your entire support for granted. Now, having said that, let us go straight into our main topic of this video. And yesterday, the United Nations Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights released a statement publicly warning two people, Raila Odinga, the Azimio Alliance, and also the Kenya media, against publishing any assessment without understanding the main context of the demonstrations. Now, this statement that was released by the United Nations came after two events that took place yesterday. First of all, President William Ruto, together with the UDA party led by the SG, Cleophas Malala himself, wrote a letter to the United Nations warning the UN against supporting the Azimio Alliance demonstrations across the country. I remember just the previous days when the United Nations actually released a statement supporting Raila Odinga's demonstrations and going ahead to criticize how William Ruto, the president, and also the police, the security personnel, handled the protest. So they criticized William Ruto so badly. That is when the UDA wrote a letter to the United Nations, and that is how they have now responded. The second event that took place is yesterday. The Azimio Alliance officially announced that next week on Wednesday, the demonstrations will take place. Now, in these new demonstrations that the Azimio Alliance have announced, they have made some few changes there. First of all, it will not be done 3 days a week like the previous demonstrations. They have reduced to only once in a week. So it will be conducted only Wednesday, just to pressure President William Ruto to give in to Raila Odinga's demands to lower the cost of living and to repeal the Finance Act 2023. I don't know if this time round Azimio Alliance will be able to achieve their main political objective during those demonstrations. But what I can say is this: the protests, as per the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, are very legal. But there are some procedures that must take place to make these protests to be legal here in Kenya. First of all, the government must be informed on the place that this demonstration and the routes that these demonstrations will take place, so that in case another person is planning for the same demonstrations, you cannot collide with others or maybe confront each other. Secondly, these demonstrations must be very peaceful. And when we say peaceful, is that you don't carry stones when going to this protest. Instead, you must be carrying placards. And thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, the demonstrations must take place as from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You know, I saw some demonstrations taking place late midnight, others begin very early in the morning. But as per the law, if you follow all these guidelines, all these rules, then it will make this protest to be lawful. So let us go back to our main this statement made by the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. He has targeted two things. First of all, he has said he has warned the media and Raila Odinga, and also he has talked about understanding the main context of the demonstrations. Now, let me give you three main contexts of these demonstrations that the United Nations is talking about here. First of all, the Azimio Lomoja Alliance resorting for violence after each and every loss. Now, whenever Raila Odinga loses in any contest actually, let's say, for example, in any political contest, like for example, recently Raila Odinga lost the Finance Act 2023 debate in Parliament, whereby that was actually his main focus should have been to make sure that the finance bill does not go through in Parliament, because there was voting process, so he should have prepared himself. So when Raila Odinga lost, that is when now he's calling for this demonstration to try and to overturn the Finance Act. The only place that is legally allowed to overturn the Finance Act by giving a very legal ruling is none other than the judiciary. And as we speak, the matter or the case of the Finance Act is under the law. The judiciary were just waiting for the final verdict about that. But Raila Odinga organizing all these demonstrations, I don't think that can overturn. But let us wait and see if Raila Odinga will manage to succeed in this objective. So that is the first context of this demonstration, the roots of this demonstration, resorting for violence after every loss. So basically, whatever Raila Odinga is doing is not demonstrations. This is actually resorting to violence. The second context of all this demonstration is to seize power unlawfully. That is the main achievement that Raila Odinga wants to achieve. And that is why you have been hearing Raila Odinga all along, together with Martha Karua and Azimio, mentioning that this regime is actually a legitimate regime, because they had a plan to kick out William Ruto through demonstrations marching to the State House. But that failed completely. Raila Odinga came out with this plan of collecting signatures to lead to a referendum and impeach President William Ruto. That has also failed completely. And that is why Raila Odinga is now calling for these demonstrations to seize power unlawfully. And the third contest that the UN is talking about here is these demonstrations are not countrywide. It has emerged that these demonstrations are just in a few places, in a few constituencies here in Kenya, whereby it is considered to be the major strongholds for Raila Odinga. So basically, that clearly indicates that whatever Raila Odinga or these demonstrations are not legit across the country. You cannot tell me that you will solve the high cost of living by destroying the properties, by leading violence to lower the cost of living. That cannot happen. So basically, the main context of these demonstrations are the three that I've just given you. And that is why the United Nations had to release that statement, after conducting an investigation and realizing everything that has been going on across the country. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts on the comment section below. Otherwise, I don't have much. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Jason, but please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.